This 31 start has been a total team effort, all 53 players on the roster and then some. Read Jake Elliott, Kenjon Barner, and the encouraging aspect is that the Eagles don't yet think they've played their best football. 4 games into the season and there are many things clear about this team, namely the rise of quarterback Carson Wentz, the performance of the offensive line, the belief in the running game, and the effort and relentlessness of the defense and special teams. With all of that, there are some under-the-radar players who deserve to have a moment in the sun for contributions to a winning start. CB Patrick Robinson. He wasn't particularly impressive in the preseason, but Patrick Robinson seems to have found his niche in the Eagles' defense as the inside cornerback lining up against the opposing slot receivers. Robinson, signed to a 1-year contract in the offseason, has quickness in the short area and he's been tenacious in coverage. The coaching staff has noticed. "I think he's performed at a really high level," defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz said this week. "He's really taken that position over. He's limited his focus to that position. I think that's helped, also, and has quietly done his job." A former first-round draft pick of New Orleans in 2010, Robinson's biggest challenge staying in the NFL has been staying healthy. In the course of his 7 seasons prior to signing with the Eagles, Robinson has been plagued by a concussion as well as hip, groin, hamstring, and knee injuries. Keep your fingers crossed with Robinson, then. He's done a nice job and has helped the defense in the week since Ronald Darby was injured at Washington. RB Corey Clement. Who in the world would have expected anything from Corey Clement, signed after the draft and a long shot from the very start to even make the 53-man roster? Well, Clement has done more than just make the team. Clement has 16 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown, and while those numbers aren't especially eye-popping, his role in the offense is growing. The Eagles have a lot of trust in Clement as a ball carrier. He ran for 3 first downs on the final clock-eating drive in Los Angeles on Sunday, and as a pass protector and receiver. Also, Clement has delivered with 2 tackles on special teams, been used as the up-back on punts, and is working his way into Dave Phipp's plans as a core member of the third phase. PHOLDER. Donnie Jones. Does this guy ever age? Donnie Jones has a gross average of 44 yards per punt, with a net of 40.1 yards per kick. Jones also has 4 punts inside the 20-yard line. Would have been 5 if the coverage unit didn't botch a chance to down Jones' first punt of the game against the Giants at the 1-yard line. Jones is just solid. He's also a great holder for the field goal operation, helping make the transition to Rick Lovato at long snapper and Jake Elliott at place kicker so smooth. Stefan Wisniewski. Just when you count out Stefan Wisniewski making a significant contribution, he ends up on the field. That's pretty much how it's worked with Wisniewski at left defensive guard. He was, basically, a third-string guard and a second-team center throughout the summer, but after Isaac Seumalo struggled and as Chance Warmack settled in, Wisniewski became the starting left guard. A starter in his first 5 NFL seasons, 4 with Oakland and 1 in Jacksonville, Wisniewski didn't get a whole lot of love in free agency and signed a 1-year contract with the Eagles as an unrestricted free agent in 2016. He was expected to be a backup interior offensive lineman. Wisniewski became more than that, starting 6 games and playing 54% of the snaps. Wisniewski signed a 3-year contract in the offseason to stay with the Eagles, and it's proven to be a very wise move for both the Eagles and Wisniewski, who has 1 start. He is expected to start on Sunday as well, and has played 32% of the snaps in 4 games. Wisniewski has solidified the position and helped the Eagles establish a powerful running game. W.R. Nelson AGHOLOR. Look at how far Nelson Agholor has come since 2016. He is a totally different player than he was last season, and the offense is thankful. Agholor is playing out of the slot and has 12 catches, 173 yards, and 2 touchdowns, playing 69% of the snaps. He's a starter, basically. Think of it that way, because the Eagles like to get Agholor on the field as part of the 3 wide receiver sets and create favorable matchups. Agholor is the most explosive receiver on this roster and he's played that way. He clearly has benefited from the way the Eagles handled the situation last year, backing him off for a game and giving Agholor a chance to clear his mind after a series of drops and mental mistakes. The 20th overall pick in the 2015 NFL Draft, Agholor is finding his footing in his 3rd season. The numbers may not be Pro Bowl level, but Agholor has delivered and he and quarterback Carson Wentz are very much on the same page. Chris Long. One of the underrated additions in free agency, Chris Long has shown that there is plenty of life in his legs. He's played in 39% of the defensive snaps and has 2 quarterback sacks and a forced fumble. Long gives great effort. He is always in the right place at the right tackle. There are no mental mistakes. The Eagles' defensive end rotation has worked through 4 games with Vinnie Curry and Brandon Graham starting, with Long and rookie Derek Barnett as the reserves in the foreman rotation. Steven Means, a quality end, has had trouble breaking through for more game reps.